This is Between Hooksets. I'm Chasen Walter from In Through the Outdoors with my partner in slime, Curt Underhill from the fishing crew.
What is going on, dude?
Not much. I was really trying to actually be on the ball with my Set the Hook. I've gone back and looked at a few episodes from the past Wednesdays, and I don't know if it's the head cold I've had or what, but it's like, set the hook. Like, what the hell? Set the hook.
I miss you in here so I can mess with you.
Right. Yeah, I'm like, what the heck is going on here? You know?
How are we doing?
Trip with Dad. Brother. Oh, no. I think
it's Trapper. We got a new Trapper page.
Oh, look at that.
Nice. So check out Trip with Dad.
Trip with Dad. Yeah. Can you bring it up?
Can I bring it up?
Yeah. Share the page. Or won't it pop up that quick? I see Trapper fell into the AI cartoon trap. He did a couple. I did not. I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing it. Everybody else is doing it. I'm not doing it.
You know, it was funny. Before the show started, I was sitting here wondering if we were going to have an AI created of me and you at the show.
Did you think that was going to happen? I'm like, no, I'm not going to do it, because if I do it, it'll make me look like a raccoon. It'll give me a white face with black eyes. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing it.
I'm like, we're gonna have a version of us on the old on the new Between Hooksets cover photo.
Well, I thought I forgot I was going to be ready for that, and I don't know. You know what happened? I ended up getting that cotton pick and Mobridge crud or whatever that's what they're calling it here. I'm sure it's the same crud wherever.
I think it's universal crud.
Yeah, wherever you're at there, it's like, okay, this is ridiculous. I don't get sick. I've been sick since my boy was young and brought crap home from the daycare and stuff, you know, and in kindergarten and let me see. I thought I was going to be prepared, and then there we go, candy bar. Do tell. The bite is on. Well, he's up at Devil's Lake, so which, by the way, let me pop this up real quick. Then this was a good video. Jason Mitchell had a great 20 minutes on that. That was fantastic. With this cold thing, I completely forgot to get my deal ready. I don't know if I can do it here and not screw stuff up, or this is not going to be what I wanted it to be, but nonetheless, I guess at this point, everybody will understand. But I had a special place I was going to put it, and then it didn't happen. So like, oh, dude, and it's all because of this goofy head cold thing.
Yeah,
it just absolutely. It sucked.
our title sponsor.
Yeah. So what I was going to do, I was going to have it rotate down at the bottom there where the Facebook and YouTube and Spotify and stuff was. And then I was going to hold up the suppository with the Aberdeen gold hook in it. Forgot that at home too.
You're off your game.
Wait till next week.
You're off your game. Next time we have Jared on, we'll have to bring that up.
Yeah, that was a ton of fun. There's some folks that got their money's worth last Wednesday night, right?
Yeah.
Funny, Chris, how you doing?
Whistling lure. Whistling Lure Company, Jason Walters Whistling Lure Company. There we go. No, but yeah, I mean, we had a couple guests lined up, and life happens, so it's just us tonight. But kind of a lot of stuff going on. We got the Pier Winter Fishing Weekend coming this weekend, and ice is deteriorating pretty quick around us. It does not. I've heard 7 to 10 inches at Joe Creek.
Ooh, yeah, that's not.
But we're looking in the 50s on Saturday. So you will not catch me on the river.
Yeah, no, aren't you supposed to be nudging 60? I'm going to look it up here right now.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
Like
57 or 58.
Yeah. Yeah. So
58 on Sunday, 54 on Saturday.
the very unique thing about the Pier Winter Fishing Weekend is you can fish anywhere in the state on public waters.
Okay, so they can come up north. A lot of guys would come up north then.
You can go anywhere you want. There's a walleye category, there's a panfish category, there's a bass category, there's a northern category, there's another category, but there's also a boat division in there.
Oh, well, so, I did not know.
On a normal year, you'll see 20, 25 people out in a boat.
Okay.
Got a feeling there's going to be a lot more this year. I know one year a gentleman put in at West Shore and won it on the lower end of the lake.
No kidding.
Yeah, from a boat. Yeah, from a boat. So, yeah, a lot of cold and flu going around, that's for sure. So we're going to be in a room with, 500-600 people coming up this weekend. So,
yeah, see ya. I'm not coming down for that.
And Scott Pitlick is in a pallet of Busch Light in the online raffle. Pitter, how many tickets did you buy for that?
Oh no, yeah, no. I learned. I enjoyed the Mobridge Ice Fishing Tournament one time. I won't be here next year for it.
Yeah,
yeah.
Bunch of warm weather coming, but I talked to a guy today. He was over fishing the east side of the state and said they did really well. I knew you'd be in, Pitter. I'm in for the pal of the Busch Light. There was a ton of people over. He said he had he said he was over jumping 3-4 lakes over in the eastern side of the corner. And he was talking about how they got on a panfish lake and a perch lake and a walleye lake and did very well. So it sounds like some good fishing going on up in that country. Mark says we have 22 inches on Devil's Basin. No stow.
No kidding.
Need to pay attention for drifts.
So, super safe ice. And then the bite. I trying to remember who was there. Well, the Devil's Lake, the volunteer fire department ice fishing tournament. What was it? A 2.7 pound walleye, 2 pound perch. But I thought I saw something. Oh, you know what? No, it wasn't. It was Crappie Chronicles. They were in South Dakota catching these. They call them barn door crappies. slabs, I suppose. So
I need to know where that's at right now.
Yeah, the
Thompson.
The thing that I posted on it too, because out of all these TV shows and all these YouTube channels and stuff, these Crappie Chronicles guys are just kicking ass.
Yeah.
They are fun to watch. Love the Pinky does the cooking at the end. Eric Brandwright. We were just talking about it, like, why can't we grind up fish and make actual fish burgers or fish balls, And then that's what Pinky ended up doing. Ryan Pinkala of the Crappie Chronicles made these crappie balls that were kind of like hush puppies. They deep fried them and had crunchy, and there was cheese in them and crunchy coating and stuff. And then he ground up pheasant and bacon and made bacon pheasant burgers. I'm like, okay, well, I'm in on that one too. That one's pretty good. But they were catching some pretty awesome crappie, and I think they called them purple in the show, and I think they had labeled them. Did they label them blue here? Rare blue crappie. And that's over in the Glacial Lakes area over there. I think they were at Hidden Hills, and I'm not quite sure. They never said what lake they were on, whether it was Opitz. I know at one point Opitz was great for perch, and I don't know where it's at now, but
yeah.
Anywho,
that's a nice part of going over there and go fish about any lake over there, So, but I mean, it's crazy because the Bassmasters Elite Series starts tomorrow on Gunnersville, and they've been wanting to ice fish Gunnersville.
Yeah, that's nuts. Would you say water temp's 36 degrees down there?
I think that's what I saw in the deal, 36 degree temperature. So, yeah, it's pretty interesting when they're that cold down there. Ask the rooster. Yeah. It's pretty crazy that they're in the 36 degree range, and they've got, snow down south. I talked to our buddy Steve Biggers the other day. his duck season's over, and he said he's had to stick around for a few extra days because it got cold down there, and he was worried about his pipes freezing.
Oh yeah, no, that sucks.
Pipes down south, foot in the ground.
Oh yeah, okay, Chris. See, I guess I never would have thought to do that, but by God, it really seems kind of like the way to go. I love a ground chicken burger. Have you ever had that? Ground chicken, ground chicken.
Oh yeah,
made into a burger. Oh my God.
We had I think it was Paulie Steffen made pheasant, wild rice, and cranberry brats one time.
Really?
Oh my gosh, were they good?
No kidding.
Grind the pheasant up and put it in there with wild rice and cranberries, and poof, they were money.
Huh.
Coming from a guy who doesn't like pheasant that much because I've eaten it so much in my life, I'm not a big pheasant guy. But you give me a grouse or a prairie chicken, good night. Watch out.
No kidding.
Pepper. Oh yeah.
What the heck? Hey, let's take a break. When your ass is itching, run to the kitchen and quit your bitching. Try Preparation H.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, the family's watching. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Hold the phone.
But
okay,
no,
that's what they do. Okay, well, that makes a ton of sense. I mean, you could get a kid to eat a pheasant burger then, right? Because you hand a piece of gray pheasant meat to a little kid, and they're like, "Yuck."
You put anything with bacon, it's good, right? It's kind of like deep frying.
Yeah, and cheese. I would guess, right? If pheasant is good with bacon and it's good,
Nope, they just gave
back not yet.
They just gave Chasen a lifetime supply.
Not yet. I didn't get paid for the dude wipes thing either, so I just keep doing all this stuff and I never get paid.
Grouse and prairie chicken
prairie chicken. So like grind up the grouse and share and no, separate.
Pepper and grill them like a steak and eat them.
Okay.
Yeah, money.
Right.
Great. We're getting all kinds of comments tonight, but no, I mean, so like our ice fishing season, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how much longer it goes. I think we'll probably get cold again. We're not naive and gonna be out of the woods. We got like a whole pheasant show going on tonight.
That
hash brown casserole. Yeah,
that sounds fabulous.
Maybe we need to do an episode with some wild game cooking. I mean, our boys out here, we come up with some pretty crazy stuff. Like you've tried the goose pastrami.
Yeah. Fabulous. I would never think to do that.
We've eaten mountain lion, all kinds of different stuff. So we might have to do a recipe night and share some recipes on what people do. And that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, I agree. The tasting part's the best.
Yeah.
No.
Chicken pot pie. I know there's a story for you. There's a story for me that I cannot talk about on the air.
Yeah, at this point, no. But sorry. I think I'm going to start my having coughing fits here. So at least I got the mute button. But
you got the hot tea
it anyway.
You got the hot tea going.
What was that?
You got your hot tea going?
Yeah, I do. I've got my my lemon and ginger hot tea,
black pepper and cumin
to soothe. Well, here's the problem that I've got. Yeah. The more I talk, the more I want to cough. Right. So when I'm on the radio, I've got 3.5 minutes to rest my voice, and then I can talk over the ramp of another record or do whatever, right? But here, this is going to be, I don't know if I'm going to make an hour. I might not have enough tea to make 30 minutes, but we'll see what happens. If I start coughing.
We're going to do a recipe one, grilled fried.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we got to do that.
I was at a wild game feed one time, and I'm not a salmon trout guy. And I didn't try it because I don't really care for the oily fishes.
Yeah, right.
But a guy made trout lasagna. And it was so good they auctioned one off. Like
No
people
kidding.
are fighting over it, and I'm like, nope, I'm out. No.
Yeah, so I'm struggling a little bit because you're not going to use spaghetti sauce with trout. What sauce?
I didn't even get near it, but everybody said it was amazing.
Was it like a white sauce then, or?
I don't remember. It was 10 plus years ago. You know,
My dad used to make a Hundfutze gravy, which if anybody knows German, that's basically that's dog fart gravy.
Trout makes good dog food.
Makes dog food. Well, you know what, Cade? That makes a ton of sense, right? Especially out there, Montana. My goodness, Cade, you've had like 45-degree weather in the morning, haven't you? It's been pretty nice in that Billings.
Crazy, but that makes me excited for the spring, man. Like. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm not going to hopefully have to be chainsaw on ice at Chamberlain like I did that one year. But yeah, we're getting, you know, it's going to be here before we know it. We're the 4th of February now, and the beginning of April is 2 months away, basically. And we're going to be open water fishing. Jeez, Cade just said it was 71 at his house today.
That doesn't surprise you. So, Cade, do you guys have a ton of snow? Are we going to get some snow coming down from Fort Peck and making its way?
71 degrees. They don't have any snow.
Yeah, right. It's all melted and gone.
Right. I mean, the mountains are different. Zach's up at Terry Peak, and we saw him out there a couple weeks ago, and they had some snow, but they were making snow quite a bit. So,
yeah.
It's been an interesting winter. We're not out of it, right? We're definitely not out of it, but spring's going to be here, and it's going to be open water season. And I guess since we don't have anybody on, let's kind of talk about the craziness that's going on in the world of different fishing tournaments out there, right? Like the concepts behind it. You know, the Minnesota team tournament trail is going with a completely different concept. I'm very interested to see how it pans out for them, but they're going to run a traditional division and a live scope division, and they've got a box that locks out the live scope. A box that locks it. Why wouldn't they just put something over it so it wouldn't work? It's a box. It's got a key on it.
Oh, okay, box with a lock on it. So it's not electronic. It's like a cover.
I don't know. From the look of it on their Facebook page, it doesn't look like it cover a transducer, but you know, I don't know where they got the photo from or what it is, but they're going to try that. And people, you know, I'd like to know people's opinion on this. If you went to a slot tournament, no live scope. I mean, we watched the Walleye Classic do it, and it didn't pan out well for them. And I would really, and it's going to be really interesting for those that don't follow the Elite Series much. They did a coin flip this year, and I think it's 4 events that don't have live scope in it.
Yeah, I believe 4 or 5. I think it's 4.
I think it's 4 out of the, the Classic does, but 4 out of 9. So 5 events with live scope, 4 without. So it'll be really interesting to see how it goes. Cade said, we got no snow down low above 5,500 feet. 2 to 3 foot projected more rain. Yeah. So we'll have some coming down. Lake Hawaii slowly on the rise.
It's been
the Iowa Walleye Champions Series got released. I
haven't seen that yet. I saw Nebraska.
We have to fill us in on that.
Yeah. I've not seen that.
Yeah, Chris says, amen, give the average guy a chance in a tournament. I mean, I see where you're coming from, Chris. But I feel, just open thoughts, because that's what I do on the show. I feel that the guys that are competing very good with live scope were competing very good before live scope.
Yeah, I don't think that live scope made bad fishermen great fishermen. I think it made good or great fishermen great fishermen.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So the same guys that were competing at a high level and, placing high in most of my tournaments are the same guys that are up there with live scope. They adapted and they know what they're doing, right? They were still a good fisherman. And I'm not saying the average fisherman wasn't creeping in there and still doesn't creep in there, but I still think the same guys are going to be on the top. Now, a slot only tournament's a very interesting concept in South Dakota. The Minnesota one isn't slot only. They are either you're fishing traditional or you're fishing in, they're splitting their pots up on how many teams are in each one. 10% of the payout goes to the overall winner. I don't know. I mean, I feel like, from running tournaments, I feel like anglers want more payouts, which we all do, right?
Everybody wants money.
Entry fees to go up, or they want a lower entry fee. And by taking, let's just, a $400 entry fee, 100 teams, and you take your 80% of that, off of it. So you got what, 40 grand, take 20%, you got $30,000, call it. I'm not, my math's probably way off. Somebody will probably roast me for that. But then you split that $30,000 3 ways inside of a tournament. It doesn't, and you're trying to pay back, 10 spots or, 20 spots or whatever you're trying to pay back. Your payouts are going to get so diluted.
Right.
That I don't feel like it's going to, you're going to draw people to come when you got to pay a $400 entry fee and you're going to be fishing for a portion of the pot because you're in one division.
Right.
I mean, I just don't
know that's going to make anybody happy either.
I feel like it's going to do the opposite. I feel like it's going to absolutely frustrate people. I know one thing, like we always pay 80% back. We always do, to the penny. You've been behind the scenes watching the books. It's always to the penny, 80% payback. There's never any divvy on it. You can add it all up. Look how many teams we're in. Do the math. It's always 80% payback. And then we always try to get added money, right? We always try to get added money to stuff. But I can't see taking it and taking 20%, 10% for the overall winner, and then 40% to the traditional and 60% to the the non-traditional live scopers. I just feel like you're going to have $1,000 payout here and a 500, I mean, you're just 10th place is going to be $112 because money doesn't go far enough. It doesn't matter at that point.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, and then National Walleye Trail and head to head, we'll see how they come out. I'm really interested in this Iowa thing. I'm gonna have to look into that, see what that's about. I don't remember ever seeing an Iowa event before. Iowa series. Pitlick brings up a new thing. That new bass tournament. Have you seen that Champions Bass? They're taking, I can't remember how many people from each series. So from Elites, MLF, BAS, the NPFL, all those in $1.2 million for first place.
Wow.
It's like $3 or $4 million in prize purse.
So
it's champions only. So it's going to be all the champions from each event or something like that. 25 from each event. Like,
wow.
It's nuts what they're going to do with it. I mean, they had that big one last year, that one in Alabama. Remember that one? I can't remember the name of it, where it was like $500,000 to win.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I remember it.
And they had to qualify by doing these things. So, I mean, big things going in the bass world. If we can get some 25 from each tour.
Okay.
So I didn't know it was no
something to watch.
I didn't know it was a no entry fee derby. That's very cool. That's a very
big sponsorship dollars.
Big dollar amount. So that's gonna be a very cool thing to watch. If we can get some big sponsors. I always joke, if I ever won the Powerball, we'd have the first ever $1 million to win walleye tournament. And so that'll be a sign if I won the Powerball and I dropped $1 million to win walleye tournament.
Yeah, well, I didn't collect the 2 million, by the way. My phone rang off the hook.
You were. I figured it was you with Anonymous. Johnny Morris has $1 million winner. Yeah. Private
sponsors.
That's awesome. I mean, that's a great thing in the industry. Cool. We need it. Tournament industry, as many people know, is kind of on the rocks. I mean, it's kind of I wouldn't say on the rocks. It's kind of all over the board. It's kind of all over the board. I see Trapper sent me an email. Thanks, Trapper. I appreciate that.
Sweet.
Yeah. $1 million to win. It's kind of all over the board for the walleye stuff. I mean, you watch all the different bass stuff that's going on and the struggles in the bass world. I've watched some stuff with, a couple of different podcasts getting ready for the old, you're not even playing this year, Fantasy Bass.
I'm out.
Eric Storm put a bass league together, and we have quite a few of us in that Fantasy Bass. You got me into it, and you're out.
Yeah, I lost all interest in a lot of things, actually. I don't know what my deal is,
Yeah, well, you've been busy. You've been busy.
My head's in a different place with all kinds of different stuff. It is what it is, and maybe I'll go back to it next year. I don't know. My big thing right now, I'm planning the spring bite. I'm like, okay, here's my deal. I am not going to, I've not been on the ice yet.
Me neither. This weekend will be the first time.
Yeah, zero holes. I mean, I've done. Speaking of holes. When your ass is burning, you should be learning preparation H. I can't even finish. Whatever. See, there's no reason. So, anywho, but no, honestly, I really I don't have my wheelhouse. I don't have my skid shack. Everything's sitting at Lake Ponset. I need to get it back over here. But we really haven't had a winter that's worth the damn. I'm ready to roll. My pickup is ready. Everything's tied. I'm good. Dodger and squid. Yeah, I'm not.
Jack, I have not heard a single ice report from down there. I heard fishing in Platte 2 weeks ago was pretty good, but it was a night bite or evening bite. It was a short bite window in the evening. But my buddy that we fished together in this winter fishing weekend, because you can fish with other teams and hang out. He said he went down this weekend. It was terrible. So we got a couple more comments.
Preparation.
Yeah, and 100%. I'd love to get a walleye fantasy started, but the problem is it's so hard because no circuit has just the same guys in it every time, right? And a lot of times, unfortunately, the National Walleye Trail. And a lot of us, we don't know our teams ahead of time. At Fort 7, but Warm's going to hurt it. Yeah, big time. Big time. I'm sure that's in the Distillin Basin, which, that's always if you pull away from the shore, you got to have some planks. Be careful if you're down there. I heard 11 in our Distillin Basin, but that's probably deteriorated this week too. And it's always an iffy thing because that water pulls that in and out. But, the fantasy fit walleye thing, I would love to have one, but
it'd be great.
You don't know who's in the National Walleye Trail. You don't even know who's in it unless you sit and watch their, I'm going to say it, horrible takeoff footage. Horrible takeoff footage, and you can hear each person that's taking off. Or you have to wait till day one weigh-ins are over to see who the roster is. So there's no possible way to put a fantasy league together. Yeah, I mean, you could pick 5 or 10 guys that are going to fish it, but then everybody's got to pick the same 5 or 10 guys. Yeah, hurt on and off was sketchy. 100%. That Distillin Basin always is kind of that way, where that on and off is sketchy with water moving. So, but yeah, that's the walleye thing. I mean, if we ever got an elite series for the walleyes where you could put the guys together, you could pull off some sort of fantasy style, I mean, I would love to know what Bassmaster has invested into
that app
to run the fantasy thing. Because if you haven't done fantasy bass, you can still put a lineup in. Go put a lineup in and hop in the Tackle Warehouse one or any of those and just see how it works.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of free ones. Pitlick won. Pitlick, which one did you win? He won like the overall one time and got a fish with somebody and won a bunch of tackle.
Really?
Like he was number one in the country on one of them. It was pretty impressive. That was a couple years ago.
I went from averaging 1,000 to 1,100 a week to 700 last year. I'm like, what the hell happened? I don't know what happened last year. That was tough.
Yeah, it was. It's pretty tough, but
well, you got a lot of young guys that know how to fish, right? On that whole Bassmaster League, Bobby Lane. You fished with Bobby Lane. Wow.
Yeah. Yep. He won the tackle warehouse one, and got to go with Bobby Lane, and got a bunch of tackle. Pretty cool. He won the whole thing for the whole nation. I don't remember how many people he was in fantasy against. I'm guessing 25,000.
25. Yeah, right.
So, but yeah, go check it out if you've never done it and just see what it's like, because it's very. I mean,
it's fun. It's fun. You get to know all of the fishermen and the anglers and yeah, right on. Yeah, I gotta figure something out. I just decided my head's not in it because I love to study that crap and I overstudy, and that would be part of my problem, right? Kind of like I overthink fishing all the time.
Yeah, no scope on.
You know what? And Curt, you said this earlier tonight. You hit it right on the head. Those guys that are great with live scope are great fishermen anyway.
Yeah.
So, honestly, I'm kind of.
Sorry to cut you off. My hope for this, to put it to bed and we can go back to just fishing and not worry about live scope, is a guy like Trey McKenney goes out and absolutely just wins this thing with no live scope, because they all call these young kids scopers. I hope he goes out and stomps it, and then their argument's done, and we can just go back to fishing and not worry what events have live scope and don't have live scope. And
let me just a disclaimer. I should scroll it down at the bottom. Live scope can make a bad fisherman worse.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry. Live scope is no magic freaking bullet. No. It's not that damn easy. And so for those that really are just diehard against it, I've had it for 4 seasons, right? And I don't think it's ever made my season, whether it's ice fishing or open water, any better. This year was cool. I learned some stuff this year. But I learned the difference between the LV32 and the LV34, and the fact that if you've got an LV32 and you're fishing the glacial lakes over in the Northeast and you're fishing a 7-foot basin lake or a 20-foot basin lake, don't waste your money on a 34. It's really not that necessary. But if you're over here fishing, 60 over 100 or whatever, however they say that. I mean, if you're deep, you got to have the 34. Yeah, you have to, and you can have the UHD, the EchoMap UHD 93. You can have the 9-inch screen. When I used Toby Hofer's 34, I couldn't believe the difference. And frankly, I liken it to the 8600 series. I'm very surprised at probably 85-90%. So a person doesn't really have to spend the big bucks. If you've already got it, if you've got the 34, you can fish the trees in 60 feet of water. You're just going to have to practice and figure it out. But
Trapper said there were days in practice for the NWT he didn't catch a single fish scoping.
Yep. Yeah. That just, you can't, if they're not going to bite, they're not going to bite. I think the other thing is, and I never paid attention to it. And Chris, I'm not picking on you because you said, give the regular angler a chance. I'm just saying it because it needs to be said more, because there are just so many people that formulate an opinion off the fact that Randy Blockett or somebody's so totally against it.
Pitlick is all about getting you into this fantasy league. I think that's his whole mission on the show tonight.
Well, here's the deal, Scott. If I get in this thing tonight, I'm going to pick tonight. I'll have a 500 week, and I'll just be boom out.
You never know. I mean, Pitlick is on a mission to get you into the fantasy bass again this year.
Oh, for crap's sake! Send me the link. Text me the link, and because I don't. You made it, so I can't get into it. But whatever. I'll there we go. Give to peer pressure.
I'll get you in the deal. So.
Yeah. Well.
You win once, you're all good. 100%.
Right on. Yeah. Whatever. I'll give it a shake. Here's the thing. I'm not overthinking it this year. I'm going to go with my dudes, and I don't care if I score 700. I want 1,200 a week is what I want, but good luck to me.
Yeah.
I might get 1,200 in 2 weeks, maybe 3 if I'm lucky. I don't know. Heck with it. Send me the link. I'll figure it out. I just, if I, oh God, now what?
Done.
Huh?
Pitlick got it done. But no, I mean, it's going to be an interesting year with all the different circuits out there. All right, I'll get Stormy to send you the link. We're gonna have a couple more people. We're gonna have a big fantasy league. It'll be fun. It's a lot of fun to play. I mean, I got a couple people that have never played it before last year into it, and Corey DeVille is like obsessed with it. Like he's doing research. He's probably got a freaking chart working. And
I suppose.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. So I'll get Zach. I'll get you into the league, and then I'll get Chasen in. So when we get off the show, I'll make sure we get that done. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for summer. We got a lot of stuff on the Fishing Crew plate. So make sure you go check out the new website, thefishingcrew.com. Get signed up for Chamberlain, signed up for Sharp Showdown, the bass, 2 new bass tournaments. Nebraska University is in.
Oh my.
Yeah. So I mean, if you get it, all the different events we have, go check them out. We got a couple more coming. Oh, Chris has I'll leave this one to you.
Oh, holy Hannah, pitching jigs in the same area as a buddy. He had live scope. He was kicking my butt just because he could see the fish to pitch to. Okay, right. Yes, exactly. Yeah. I was pitching my jig blind, just hoping to be in front of a fish. But not against it. Just because you can see doesn't necessarily mean you can make them bite. Yes, that's very true. And here's the thing: I will never, ever fish without electronics because, frankly, it's boring and it sucks. Because I'm not kidding you. It's like pissing in an ocean.
I've watched them in the back of a boat when a live scope dies, and I look back every time and I'm like, what are you dropping down now?
I was just trying to get a reaction bite. Yeah, I'm not kidding you. I just if you have the ability,
you tried everything that day besides this.
It'll keep you from scratching.
Oh my God!
Here, hey, hang on, hold on.
Don't so we can get
the next bite. We've got Bo and Chad on the next bite. I think that came out a day or 2 ago, something like that.
I think yesterday morning it came out. I've not got a chance to see it. I cannot wait to see that episode with those boys on there. That's going to be
laughing, having a good time.
Yeah.
Yep, I was in a Casca. And Joe's like, that guy's famous. I'm like, I don't think so. Well, it ended up being Gunnar Latham, a singer from Texas. Actually, I think he's a cowboy. I mean, I think he's a roper the whole 9 yards, right? And I told him, I went over and talked to him a little bit. And I said, here's the thing. I've been a country program director and music director for, who cares, 35 years. But here's the deal. I am one picky country song dude, right? Almost every song that popped up on the TV that night at the Sportsman's in a Casca was a great tune. The guy amazed me. I mean, eventually here he's going to be on the radio, and we're all going to go, instead of Gunnar who, we're all going to go, yeah, he was in South Dakota.
Well, we're going to get him on the show too.
Yeah, we're going to get him on the show. He said he'd come on.
Yeah,
I would have tried tonight, but but it just was too late. It won't make the fish bite. You're right. Yeah, but at least you're fishing instead. Yeah.
The prepper
laugh. And I got a cough. I mean, but no.
We better get some royalties.
Well, eventually something's got to happen. Oh, hey, let me pop this up too before I forget. 3.5 million fingerlings stocked in 2025. I saw that pop up today. And I know it's really hard to see, but West Pollock, Shaw Creek, Indian Memorial, Indian Creek, Thomas Bay, Wolf Bay, and Swan Creek. That seriously, I mean, that's all more than a golf clap. That's thank you for what you do. Because seriously, we need this.
So hold that up there for a second. So that was last year's stocking report
for 2025.
Okay, so that's not what they put in yet.
Yeah, no, that is just something that popped up. I don't know if Wackerly put it on his page or what. I saw it right before the show. I'm like, whoa, I'm popping that graphic up quick.
Yeah, so then that means this year will be a south year that they'll dump the fish in.
Because they're all up north, basically.
They do every other year. Shane Steele says we need a Gov Cup size payout for fantasy group. Jump in.
Yeah. Ooh, Conway Twitty. And Ned in the back. That's good.
So yeah, I mean, I'll get a couple people in if you want to shoot me a message, I'll get you through Eric, and you got till tomorrow morning, so you better set your lineup ASAP.
Yeah, like 5 a.m. something like that. Yeah. I wonder if I still have an in.
You already preset your lineup just in case. Then you get
no. I got to see if I can actually even sign in.
Oh yeah, you'll get signed in. But yeah, so it'll be an interesting summer with all the events. So make sure you get signed up. We still have room in Cedar Shore, Sharp Showdown. Both the bass tournaments got a couple other events we're going to be running for other people will be able to sign up to. So make sure you keep your eye out on that stuff. Working on the Devil's Lake ice fishing event, 2 events in one snow bear, 1 regular ice fishing, 2-man teams out of Woodlands. Reason we haven't pushed much on that, we might have to change a date. Working on that right now. Got to try to see if we can get see if we can't get a few more. Got to work with the state of North Dakota and a couple things to make them dates work. Bo, Curt make a 24-hour coyote tournament. We've talked about it with the Predator Hunter Association. Speaking of that, next Valentine's Day weekend is the Coyote Cup, Bo. You can come down and hunt that. That will be February 14th or 13th, whatever it is. I better check the date. 14th they hunt out of Pier, $400 entry fee. So Pike Master date was officially decided last week, April 18th, my wife's birthday. I will be here this year. I will not be at a Warren Zeiter strip show. I don't know if any guys are out there and your wife wants to go to a Warren Zeiter concert, either let her go by herself or tell her not to go at all, because it was interesting. Tell me, I'll get a hold of you. What are we gambling on? I'll gamble on anything. But gambling.
Yeah, that's the last thing you want to do.
Maybe you need some of this.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, how does that here I sit all broken-hearted, tried to, but only farted. Yeah. Then one day I took a chance, tried to fart, but my pants. There we go. I remember that.
Or gamble on fancy bass fishing, Philby. I'll get you in too if you want in. So I got some work to do. Stormy's gonna be like, "What are you doing, Curt? Don't talk about it on your podcast." He's not gonna know what to do. Steele, you better give him a heads up that there's some people coming his way for fantasy bass tonight. So he's gonna have to change his text payout that he sent us. So, but yeah, make sure you guys check out all the events. We got a lot of stuff coming up. Pike Masters, April 18th. That registration, I'll get that put together. That'll come out. 60 teams. If you've never done that, you want a fun event. You don't have to have a boat. You don't have to. You can fish from shore. 4-man teams, $400 entry fee. Come on to Lake Wahi and catch some giant toothy creatures. Trapper says fishing and preparation have a lot in common. Sometimes a bite is slow, but when it finally works, the relief is unforgettable. How many times can we fit preparation agent in one episode?
We know way too much about hemorrhoids, right? Or are we just assuming? I just said ass.
Oh shoot!
Okay, sorry. I'm trying to pick my bass. I'm in. I'm not in.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I gotta find the group, and then obviously I got to put the password in. But I'm.
I think you should tell everybody on the show who your picks are. Then.
You really think so?
No, we'll all know tomorrow morning.
Well, ain't anybody gonna? Man, I'll tell you what. This is why I didn't want to do this.
He's gonna research.
No, I'm not. I'm honestly, I'm going with my first pick. I'm not changing.
Pitlick wants to know. I do. Here, Jason usually goes to bed this is the latest he stays up all week. Is this show? And so he's going to be up late tonight, and I'm going to hear how crabby he is tomorrow morning because he couldn't sleep because he had to research his fantasy picks. Even if he told us right now, I guarantee you by tomorrow morning they're changing.
Me?
Yeah, you.
No, I told you I'm not. I'm not changing. Here's the deal: if anybody picks Randy Howell or G-Man in bucket D, come on. Make a decent pick. 33.6% for Randy Howell.
Pitlick listens to you every day.
Pitlick, you listen to KOLY? Yeah,
the mayor's on again.
Oh, there's the mayor's on tomorrow at 8:15, by the way. So he'll be on. All right, I'm at bucket D. Here we go. Bucket E. Hank Cherry. I don't.
He won a classic.
No, Hank Cherry. It's a bucket. See now, really, what a guy should do. Stephen Kennedy, right? Steve is that love to hate him, hate to love him guy because you won't pick him and he'll win the whole freaking thing. But you pick him, he won't catch a fish. Chuck's your neighbor? Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. That makes sense to me then. Oh, man, I'll tell you what. Bucket E. This is ugly.
You'll get her figured out. But, yeah, so if anybody wants in, shoot me a text. Trey McKinney for the win. Write it down. I freaking hope so.
Yeah, I did not pick Trey McKinney, I don't think, though. I'll go back and look at my bucket A. I'm going there. I went Steve Kennedy.
Thanks for the donation.
Right, thanks for the donation. There we go.
No,
I did not. I did not pick Trey McKinney. I did not think so.
I think you reminded the mayor he has to be in tomorrow morning at 8 because he said
because he forgot. He would have forgot. Well, you know what? If he forgets, he forgets. I don't know. I might. Robert G.
Little Ewok.
Yep, I picked BG or RG. And I probably should have went eBear, but I'm like, I don't know. Nope, I'm going to stick with it. We'll see what happens.
Go Seahawks.
Go Seahawks. Oh, that's right. We got the Super Bowl. Yeah, go Seahawks. We've got an online poll on our drgnews.com website. You know, and it's who's going to win the Super Bowl. One person's picked the Patriots. Like,
well, you know why? Because we got a peer boy, Gray Zabel.
Yeah, right. Well, that's why. Seahawks, number 76.
Yep, starting in the Super Bowl. So
yep.
I'm pretty sure the whole central part of South Dakota is cheering for the Seahawks this weekend.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Oh, by the way, are you doing Drain the Lake or are we just doing fantasy fishing?
Fantasy. I don't know that Drain the Lake stuff.
Okay, because Drain the Lake, the last 2 years, I finished like in the top 99 of the whole world. That I could do. But anyway, okay, there we go. I'm picked, but you got to send me the link so I can get in the group.
Oh, we do have a Patriots fan on here.
Oh, there is one. So, okay. Well, Good luck. I don't think Drake May can win Super Bowl, but so here's the other interesting thing that people, everybody talks about. Well, the Vikings got rid of Sam Darnold. Clint Kubiak used to be the OC for the Vikings. Nobody's talking about, well, if we still had Clint Kubiak, we could have won the Super Bowl. Whatever. The Vikings are never going to win the Super Bowl. It's not going to happen. That's not funny. It was more like 19,000 people doing Drain the Lake. So, boom.
I might be divorced if I cheer against the Patriots. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Sometimes happy wife, happy life, right?
Yeah, well, that's for those that have it.
So, well, guys, we better, we've rambled
Wrapping it up.
minutes now, so we appreciate everybody always and all the comments. And Pitlick did his job. He told me he was going to get on just to get you into fantasy. So we got it
succumbed
done.
to peer pressure.
Zach and Felby, I'll send you the stuff, and I'll get Eric with you to get you in. So,
all right then.
Appreciate everybody joining every week, and look forward to you next week. Thanks, guys.
All right.